there, it's Kelly with Moonbean Gems Tarot. I decided to do something a little bit different today. So normally, so far on my channel, I'm again relatively new to the game. I've had the August monthly reading for zodiac signs, and I decided that I was going to take a crack at doing pick a card. So I have 3 piles here. So I guess for the month of August, I did a pre-meditative session beforehand and selected the cards. So these are the 3 piles that we have for today. So pile number 1 is selenite with the heart. Okay. Pile number 2 is amethyst. And pile number 3 is citrine. Okay, so really what I want you to do is I'm kind of going to leave the piles here for a moment. And really what I want you to do is pick the number, so 1, 2, or 3, that resonates the most with you. Again, don't just look at the gemstone. I mean, you're welcome to, but really listen to that voice, your higher self telling you which number to go with, okay? And while you're choosing the number, ask yourself some questions. If you want to keep it general, right? If you are looking for something that is more relationship and about love, then that's kind of what you want to focus on, right? Or if you're looking for something career-based, or maybe it's, let's just keep it with career-based, general, or love. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few more seconds to kind of really think about which pile you want. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have the selenite, okay, the heart-shaped selenite. So what I did was I chose 5 tarot cards and 3 oracle cards to kind of clarify the reading. Okay, so this is pile number 1. So your first card is the 5 of Wands. Okay, so I feel that, recently there could be some challenges or obstacles in your way, or this could have been in your recent past as well, where you've had to, maybe there was rivalry happening, right? You competition. Second card out is the 3 of Wands. Okay, another fire sign. So with the 3 of Wands, I see teamwork, right? Expansion. It could be traveling. Maybe you're getting, this could be career-based or job-related, right? Where it's like you're in a competitive career right now, right? And maybe you have to travel for work, okay? Or you're in a competitive career and you're having to make a choice. The third card I have is the Queen of Swords. So with the Queen of Swords, I see someone who's, quick thinker and who is very perceptive, right? This could be you, right? Maybe, again, with this having to be a career type reading I'm seeing a little bit more so. I mean, it could be a relationship in the fact that like maybe you were in a relationship where there was competition, or there was someone that you were interested who had you kind of, you know, competing for their love, and you had to make a choice, right? Waiting for this individual, right? And maybe you're perceptive, or maybe again, like you could have been in that situation where you didn't know that that was the case, and you're seeing it now, right? If this is career based, then definitely you are where you are because of your quick thinking, right? And your perceptiveness. So the fourth card I'm seeing is the Death card, right? So Scorpio, right? So definitely Scorpionic like energy here, but it doesn't have to be, right? Like it's just reading energy. But with the Death card, I see, you know, big changes are coming, right? So maybe in the past you've had to work really, really hard, you know, and now you're just kind of at this like point where it's like you're waiting for things to take off, right? And then there's literally big changes up ahead, right? It could be endings, you know, if this is a relationship where you felt like you were having to compete, you might be ending the relationship. But with the Death card, you know, it could be rebirth of something, right? It could be just moving on in general. So your next card out is the Six of Cups. So now I'm seeing more definitely into this relationship. So if this is a relationship, it was a struggle in the past, you know, you're seeing things clearly, things, you know, maybe you've moved on, but you still do think about this individual, right? Like you still have these, like, there's nostalgia there, right? Like you have that, like, innocence there. It's like a friendship. It's possible that it could have, you know, this is someone from your past and you still want to remain positive, right? Like no hard feelings. So those are your tarot cards. Now I've got the 3 oracle cards. So your first card out, no, I should say, was 7 of Fire. Now with the 7 of Fire, if you look at her, she's very like seductive looking, right? Fire is passionate, right? This is someone who knows their worth, right? She's very intuitive. She's got her little scrying bowl, and, you know, there's this butterfly right on her third eye, which is like, you're transforming. Like, you literally are becoming something new, right? Something is ending and you're becoming something new. With the second card out, I have the Queen of Water. So the Queen of Water is like typical your, you know, your water sign. So emotionally balanced, right? It's just like the Queen of Cups in a sense, right? Very intuitive, compassionate, calm, right? Like look at those waters. It's just want to dive right in, right? Look at, and then again, this individual that you could be dealing with, maybe a water sign, maybe Cancer, right? Maybe that's you. All right, someone who's compassionate and who, you know, saw something coming, but still has that compassion, you know, like for that, you know, saw the ending, but still has that, you know, warmth in their heart, that nostalgia. Okay, and your last card is the 11 of earth, which is heaven and earth. So the 11s in this deck have to do with balance, right? And each element has its own category. So for earth, it's definitely meaning you need a balance of what, your overall life, like in general, your spirit, what you believe, what keeps you, grounded as well, right? What keeps you here down on earth. You need balance at all times. Okay, so this is saying, maybe take that time to get outdoors. Take that time to, really get connected to everything, right? Like it's a circle, right? You see all our animal spirits, right? And then everything else from like math to money, right? Like everything that we value or that you may value, right? Everything is all connected. Okay, so that was pile number 1. Hopefully this resonates with you. Please, again, do leave a comment letting me know if this resonates with you. Do like, share, subscribe to my channel. Okay. So we're going to get going on to pile number 2. So pile number 2 is the amethyst. Okay. Again, we're going to start with the tarot cards and then kind of finish it off with the oracle cards. Okay. So for the first card out, we have the Tower. Okay, so towers are indicative of something, an unwanted change, right? Something definitely in ruin. It could be a relationship ending. It could be, you lost your job. Something definitely has turned your world upside down. Okay? It could be, again, doesn't have to be. It does generally mean like unwanted change, but it could be something that you knew was coming, right? So be understanding of that. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna open up the window here so I don't suffocate. Okay, so there's the first card. Second card we have is the King of Swords. Okay, so with the King of Swords, we have someone who is clear thinking again, right? Intellectual. Someone who is able to make swift decisions, right? And really a stern individual. When I look at the King of Swords, I see someone who's definitely listens, but who's able to, understand and make the right decision. Okay? It could be an air sign that you're dealing with. It doesn't have to be. Right? So the third card in is the Eight of Swords. So generally, Eight of Swords, looks pretty gnarly, right? That doesn't look very, very good, right? Like you see someone completely tied up. So, there's restrictions, isolation, maybe feeling of imprisonment, right? This could all be in your head. Very well be in your head. It may not even be, like, if you really look, she's tied up with ribbon. Like, she's not even chained. Like, right? I mean, it may be something that's self-imposed. Doesn't have to be, but can be. Again, this upheaval, this like change or destruction definitely made you feel maybe trapped. So after this happened, like someone's feeling trapped, definitely. And the next card out we have is the Four of Wands, right? So Four of Wands has to do with, you know, celebrations, family, friends, you know, weddings, you know, homecoming even, right? So it could be that after all said and done, this could be maybe a marriage coming to an end. I mean, you could be feeling trapped within a marriage, within a household, right? Like, or with your family or friends. And maybe there's a real close friend who, you know, is like almost like family that you just can't, like, even though maybe you had to make the decision to end this, or they made the decision to end this relationship, vice versa. The last card in, right? So this doesn't have like an actual, I guess, meaning for tarot, but I like to put my own kind of intention on it. And when I see it, it gives me, right away, it's like unrequited love, or like releasing someone like your ex, or getting, like, just allowing, you know, someone to go, just go. Right? It's like someone who you cared about deeply, but it's not working out. So it could be that, you know, you're in a relationship that just someone had to make the decision to leave. Someone feels, you know, felt trapped within it, and, you know, or it just wasn't easy decision. It wasn't an easy decision for one, for sure. But I feel like it was something that, again, was made more in the head space than the heart space. Like, I don't see any cups here. It's all like swords and wands, and right? So anyways, let's see what the oracle cards have to say. So the oracle cards that I'm using are called Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I find that they're really good at kind of giving you a little bit, looking deeper into like specific aspects. So let me see. With the first card, I have the Nine of Water. So with the Nine of Water, as you can see, it's a very dark card, right? It's like she's kind of looking up at the light. She's kind of looking up to God, to the universe, you know, source, and is getting that like enlightenment, that information, right? That assurance that, you know, everything is going to be okay, that you're going to be okay, right? Even though there's darkness all around you, you are that, like, you are lit up. You are completely lit up by, you know, the glow here, completely. So don't feel that, you know, this is the end, right? You are worth something. You are definitely, like, still, there's still more for you, right? Like, the divine has a plan, right? It's protecting you. So for your second card, I have the Ten of Earth. So tens are usually in this deck, again, well, with most tarot decks, are like an end to a cycle, right? Or endings. But with this deck, it's a little different. It's more, well, it is. I guess it is in a way an ending to wearing the mask. You're deciding to take that mask off, to stop, having to please people and really like love yourself, please yourself, be your truth, right? Speak your truth and not feel that you can't like manifest or that you can't like look, there's that deer watching you. Like, all eyes are on you right now. Right? You look radiant. So whatever it is that had you feeling here, like trapped, like it doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't. Okay, your last card is the King of Water. King of Water, again, is much like the King of Cups in the sense that he is someone who's emotionally balanced, right? And again, with this tarot deck, it's pretty much the same thing, right? This could be possibly a person you're involved with here may have water in their chart. Maybe you who has water in your chart. I think this is you, right? You're the one who's now, like taking off that mask, really embracing yourself and, being emotionally balanced. Whereas before you were just kind of in this like King of Swords mode where you were in your head space and now you're like more in the heart space. So definitely growth there for sure. The person you're involved with, I don't know why I keep thinking like Scorpio or like Pisces, but I feel Pisces. I don't know if this resonates with anyone, but if it does, like, again, please do leave comments. I do read them and I do respond to them. So again, please feel free to let me know if this resonates with you. Do like, share, and subscribe. So overall, I do see, a relationship that ended, hard decision had to be made, letting go of that person. It could have been someone from your past, an ex, but really being strong within, like really knowing that you made the right decision and that, again, like all eyes on me kind of thing. Like you have found yourself, right? You are now emotionally balanced, right? Okay. And so that was pile number 2. Okay. So now we're going to do pile number 3 with the citrine. Okay, so just like the other 2 piles, we're going to start with the tarot first and then move on to the oracle cards. So for your first card, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so there's someone who, is romantic and charming, kind of strolling on in, right, bringing his cup of love. Let's see what he opens here. Oh, we have the Page of Pentacles. So he's bringing a message with him, right? Could be a message also from a loved one, right? Family. But messages are coming your way. So we have the 10 of Cups, right? So again, love, message from family coming on in. marriage, children, family reunions, all types of love and support happening here on, like, with these cards, right? So far, so good. Like, ooh, this is, it's a breath of fresh air. Lots of love happening here. Okay, we have the King of Wands, right? So the King of Wands is a visionary, right? He's an entrepreneur. He's passionate about his job, passionate about life, ideas, right? Just passionate. So, and then with our last card, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. Just one moment. Oh, thanks, Beans. I'll give you a hug, okay? All right.
I just feel like one hug.
You just feel like one hug? Okay. Good night. Sorry about that. My daughter felt like having one hug, so we gotta give her one hug. Big squeeze. So we have the King of Pentacles, right? So with the King of Pentacles, we have someone who is disciplined, someone, you know, who is well off, someone who, you know, could be business oriented but doesn't, or controlling of money as well. I feel focused on money, like he's just staring at that pentacle. Like, this person could be a Taurus, doesn't have to be, but do see Taurus. I kind of feel like with this King of Wands, well, I mean, again, like, don't mind the gender, but it could be that, like, this King of Wands and this King of Pentacles might be together, maybe, possibly. You have one who is, like, fruitful and, you know, focused on gain, right? And then you have another one who's, like, passionate. Again, this could also be, if you want to put a spin to it, like a work partnership, right? It can just be a partnership of any, you know, of any kind, really. A relationship, two best friends. It could be husband and wife, you know, husband, wife, whatever. Like, again, don't let the gender of the cards kind of, like, throw you off. It's the energy that's behind it, right? So I do see fire and earth. Okay, but all in all, like, I do see the individual who is passionate about creation and creating, like, you know, something. Again, it could be this individual wants to start a family. Maybe the other individual is focused more on their job. But there is a message coming in, right? And I feel like this message is coming towards this King of Wands character. So the fire energy here, Leo, Sag. I do see more Leo. Aries. No. Maybe Aries. But I do see more Leo. Like, it could be that's who you are. Okay, so let's get to the oracle cards. Whew. So for, let's see. Again, I use the Dream of Gaia Tarot as my oracle deck. I find their illustrations are just, like, I love the illustrations. I kind of fell in love with them. Okay, so for your first card, you have the Journey. Okay, so I feel like this could be someone that you could be the King of Cups going on a journey here, but I do feel that usually when the journey card comes in, it's like past, right? It's the like a past card. There's, you know, two ways you could go. Like you came from here, the dark, now you're going into the light kind of thing. Typically right now, because it did show up in the past position, I feel like someone, possibly the King of Wands here, is possibly thinking about, again, doesn't have to be for everyone, but I do feel like for a select few, there could be a King of Wands who's kind of focusing on the past. Like I feel like there may be someone coming in from their past with a message, and that kind of gets them thinking about, you know, the journey that they've been on, maybe with their King of Pentacles, right? And how they kind of want this, but maybe the other individual doesn't, right? So it's like really having to think about what you want and what, you know, like where you need to be, where you need to go. I think the journey. So the next card you got was the Queen of Earth. Okay, so Queen of Earth is like, she's very down to earth and kind of like a mother, like typical, you know, mother type energy. Of someone who's very fruitful and similar to the Empress in the sense that there's that, you know, fertility and just, you know, the idea of pregnancy. Okay, and again with the butterfly there, that's like a transformation, and pregnancy is like transformation, right, in a way. For the last card, the third card, we have the One of Fire. So that's like typically like your Ace of Wands in a way, right? So it's something new coming in, right? Like some new project, job, like an inspiration that you have, the urge to create something, right? Could be that maybe, again, even though it's not the water sign or the cups or whatever, again, like maybe you're wanting to create something more in this relationship, right? It could be you, King of Wands, right? Again, fire energy, wanting to create, looking at something more, right? Okay. So that has been your reading for pile number 3, group who picked citrine. Again, if this resonates at all with you, please do leave a comment. I do read them all, and I do respond to them as well. If you do like, you know, please do like, share, subscribe. But feel free to contact me if you have any questions or, I mean, I don't do personal readings right now. But again, I have in the past. I just don't record them and send to you. All right. Like if you have like a general question, sometimes if I have time, I do, when I'm emailed or whatever, I do kind of meditate on stuff, and I may, you know, respond back with whatever came, you know, during that meditative state. But yeah, all in all, that was your pick a card reading with me, Kelly from Moonbean Gems Tarot. Have a great night and many blessings.